Well, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Friday. Man, it is a beautiful day outside. I'm not sure if you've been outside yet, but it is absolutely fantastic outside and a beautiful day for you to do something fantastic, fabulous, and awesome. Good morning, Teal. Good morning, Bailey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to whatever this is, ramblings, musings, instruction, our time together, coffee talk. Heck, I don't know what it is. Y'all remember when we first started this and we'd have a new mug? Carrie would come up with a new mug and it would be a mug day. So we were going to call this like coffee talk and we were going to give away coffee mugs or something or another. I don't know how that started, but good morning, Jody Abercrombie. Good morning, Vanessa. But hey, here we are, man. I'm so excited to be able to get up and have these conversations. I've added a little wrinkle to my morning routine, which is, I think it feels like it's going to take, and I'm pretty excited about it. Something I've been talking about for gosh, if you've been in Exit Realty Lake Country for 2 or 3 years, you've heard me talk about it. But I'm finally starting to integrate it, so it'd be cool. So good morning. Y'all know the deal. When you're here with us this morning live, it's 5:30-ish Central Time, 5:33 Central Time. It's 6:33 Eastern Time, which is where most of you are. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. Most of you guys are Eastern Time, but if you're Central Time like I am, and it's 5:33, get up and get after it. I have. Y'all, it's been 2 weeks. I've been getting up at 4 this week. All this week while I've been in Tennessee, I've been getting up at 4 a.m. and just having an hour and 20-ish minutes, I guess, until I get up and get over here and start this call. And I'm telling you, it has absolutely changed everything. I feel so good. I feel so fantastic in the mornings. It makes my days go better. I'm focused. I'm energetic. And I was tired yesterday, but that was only because I got about 4 hours sleep the night before. But I'm starting to feel this thing take. So I'll y'all again. I'm going to keep harping on the same things and keep reiterating the same things and keep talking about the same things because the same things are so important, right? Those timeless truths, those things that are good for you. You know, the thing we talked about, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. If you knew that was true, then why would you not eat an apple a day? Right? If you knew what I was telling you is true, if you knew what I was telling you would work, if you knew what I was telling you is absolute truth, shouldn't you do it? So Good Friday. We're going to talk about some cool stuff today. Y'all, I'm going to reiterate again, if you've not started reading this book, Melanie Ortiz said she started reading this book and she's not been able to put it down. And Melanie, and speaking of Melanie Ortiz, good morning, Melanie. How are you? Good to see you're here this morning. Anna, good morning. I hope you're rising and shining in a beautiful spot. I know you are because I know where you are this morning. And thanks for going down there and keeping my bride company. So, y'all, if you're on here with us in the morning, you wake up with us, just tell me you're here. Quick little good morning. I see on my Facebook, I see on my iPad, and a cool little good morning. Let me know you're here. If you're watching this later, which I heard yesterday, there are some people who get up and watch it later, which is super, super cool that people actually get up and watch this thing later. That's neat. I'm hoping if I can figure out how to do this, I'm hoping because we play this on. I'm not sure what's going on right now. The Wi-Fi is really squirrely. It shouldn't be. So I'm not sure what StreamYard is doing. It's kind of glitchy, it looks like. So I apologize for that. I'm here we go. It's coming back. All right. So a lot of people are watching this now, and I want to try to find a way. So if any of you on here are YouTube aficionados, all these live videos also go on YouTube. So they're all on YouTube as a live video, and I'm trying to figure out how to pull those off of live video and then put those on the regular YouTube page into a playlist or into a folder and start to market these and start to hashtag them and start to get them out there, because I think there's obviously a feeling around this power of the individual, this power of self, this connection with God, this connection with an independent, with who created you, this connection with the universe, and this connection to the Creator, to God, who has given you, birthed in you, provided these dreams and desires to you so that you can change the world around you. And this is big for the world. It's not just big for Exit Realty Lake Country, but this is big for the world. And so me finding the 5 a.m. club, us being with Coach Bird, hearing me being introduced to Steve Morris back in 2017, Steve Morris having the idea for Exit 20 something years ago, and then growing this real estate company to the platform that it is now, for the sole purpose of spreading this love to the masses. I mean, the time is now. The time is right. This is the time. You kind of sit back and you say, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Now's the time. The lights are on. The ice has been zambonied and been cut, and it's super fresh. Get out there, do your thing, Jagger. Go do it. The time is right. The lights are on. It's time for y'all to go do this. So I want to share this with y'all. Everything that I'm telling you, I believe to the core of who I am, the absolute core of who I am as a human being. I have watched this work in my life so many times. I have watched this work in my life where I have a dream, a desire, a goal, or I have this thing that I'm connected to that feels super, super right. And this thing that comes to me out of nowhere. And I just sit and I start just to think about it. I start to put some things down on paper. I start to move in that direction. And then my personality is such that I just kind of just go walk through my life and just go do the thing, go do something, go be active, go be moving, go be doing something in the direction of progress. And those things that I birth that I just kind of forget about, they go, boop, there they are. Boop, there they are. Boop, there they are. And so now at 50 years old, I'm looking back at all the things that I've done in half a century. It's crazy to think that. My daughter, Courtney, happy birthday, Courtney. If you're watching this, happy 28th birthday. I've got a 28-year-old kid. She turns 28 today. And looking back over the past 50 years and all the things that I've done, all the lives that my life has intersected with, and all the people that I've met and things that I've done, I'm realizing that this moment in time, being the owner of Exit Realty Lake Country, being one of the owners of Exit Realty Lake Country, being one of the brokers at Exit Realty Lake Country, having the opportunity for my life to intersect with y'all's lives, to have my life be a part of your lives and your lives be a part of my life, and not only you, but your spouses, and watching your kids and all the things that come along with this, to watch how we are perceived in the market, how we are perceived in the community, watching our brand and watching our company grow, watching our company expand, watching the things that we're doing get better and stronger and go further and do more and touch more lives and reach more people. Man, that is a super, super awesome thing. So when I speak to you about these things and I talk to you about these things, I promise you, I believe them to my core. Believe them to my core. one of the things that I've not been good at, and I talked to Jagger about this. I talked to Kate about this. I think Christy and I have talked about this. I've mentioned it to you guys before, and it's been a very reflective thing that I've looked back and that reflection has caused me to wonder. And the question is why? And that's an awful question to ask yourself. I'm just telling you right now, why is an awful question to ask yourself. Why is this happening to me? Why does this always happen to me? Why is this going on? Why? Usually what comes after why is an awful thing. Usually. Why you do something, why it matters to you, why you're passionate about it. I don't mind that question, why. But you don't ask yourselves that question many times. Most of the time, the why is followed by some kind of negative, some kind of self-loathing, some kind of absence of self-love. That's typically what follows that why question word. That interrogatory word is usually some form of self-loathing. And I'm trying to push you out of that. But so one of the things that I always ask myself is why I don't work out anymore. Why is it so hard for me? You hear the words that I'm saying. Why is it so hard for you, Aaron, to go out and exercise? You know it's good for you. This was my life when I was a child, teenager. I was a skinny little kid, skinny little run. I weighed 143 pounds my freshman year of high school. I've got pictures of me playing basketball in junior high. You know, that was 88, 89. So I had the really, really short shorts. You know, so I had a whole bunch of leg and a little bit of short. But I look at those pictures, my legs are like that big around. I'm so super skinny. So and I had a big long neck, like a giraffe, and big ears and big long neck. I mean, it's just awkward looking kid. I was just super, but I've been that big. I was that big since I was like 10 years old. It was crazy. So when I turned 14 and I went to high school, and I went to this little bitty school in the middle of nowhere in Lebanon, Tennessee, Carroll Oakland Elementary. That was my junior high school. So it was kindergarten through 8th grade. Very, very small school in Lebanon, kind of out in the country. And I went there for half of 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. My dad decided he was going to go back to Nashville. He was going to come back to Nashville to be the chaplain for the police department my freshman year of high school. And I was a pretty good baseball player growing up in Little League, and I was pretty good. And so my dad said he figured out and found out that McGavock High School in Nashville was the best baseball program in the state of Tennessee. They had the best high school baseball program in the state of Tennessee from 1972 through 1986 when I started. I said 88 now. Middle school, that wasn't middle school. My middle school was from 84, 83, 84. Sorry. From 1972 through 1990, 1989, they had won the district championship every single year. They've been to the state 6 times. They've been state champions 4 times. They've been regional champions a number of times. I mean, this was the ultimate baseball program in the state of Tennessee, the best there was. Happy Friday. Good morning, Millie. Good morning, Brooke. But my dad wanted, when he came to me, he said, we're moving back to Nashville. I'm going back to the police department. And do you want to go play baseball at McGavock? And I said, sure, I'm down, whatever. Well, he also wanted me to play football. So when I went to play football at McGavock, I was that big around. And McGavock pulled kids from the inner city. McGavock pulled kids from downtown Nashville. McGavock pulled kids from all over the place. I'd never played football before in my life, but I was super fast. But I'd never played football. So the story is, then here's where I'm getting to. I started working out every single day. My dad would pick me up from school at 14 years old, and we'd go to the gym every single day. So from the time that I was 14 till the time I was probably 24, 25, I was in the gym every single day. So, I mean, literally from 14 to 25, probably 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, that was my habit to be in the gym every single day. Now at 50, And not being in the gym for the past 13 years, I know the power. And this is what I was talking to Jagger and Kate about yesterday. The power of one decision. The power of one small decision. The power of one small, seemingly inconsequential overlooking of a commitment. The seemingly inconsequential diversion, excuse, reason to not go do what you know you're supposed to go do. Good morning, Michelle T. One little day. One little day. One day, one morning, I said, I don't feel like going to the gym today. It's okay to take a day off. The next day, it's okay to not go to the gym. Why don't you just take the rest of the week off? It's okay to not go to the gym. It's the weekend. You don't want to start back on the weekend. Just start back on Monday. Oh my gosh, the bed feels so good. Why don't I just stay in the bed? One innocuous, one little small decision turned in to 13 years, 14 years now of neglect of my health. 14 years of neglect of taking care of myself. One small decision. Remember what I talked about on Wednesday, and I talked about that wedge that the enemy uses, and if you're in the Christian religion, right? You've been brought up in the Christian religion, the enemy is the devil and his demons. It's the devil and his demons, and the devil causes you. Flip Wilson, y'all people, some of you young bucks won't understand or won't know who Flip Wilson is, but Flip Wilson was a comedian back in the late 70s and early 80s who always used to say, "The devil made me do it." Well, we've personalized the devil. We've personalized our negative self. We've personalized this enemy who comes to rob, steal, and destroy. And you remember the tool that I talked about, the tool that the devil uses to start pulling you off your path, to get you that 1 degree of separation, that 1 degree of diversion is a wedge. The devil doesn't come attack you with swords or fiery darts or horses and chariots. He doesn't come and do that. He just finds a little crack. He just finds a spot where you're weak, and he puts a wedge in. If you've ever used a wedge, you're not slicing it with a sword. You get the wedge in a crack and you just hit it. Dink, dink, dink. And then it splits the crack wider and wider and wider and wider until eventually the whole thing falls apart, till eventually the whole thing's in two pieces, because the wedge all the way down separates you from your purpose. So that's why I tell you, and y'all, making small decisions, doing the small things. The Japanese call it Kaizen. Just one little bitty small thing, 1 degree. Let's just be 1% better today than you were yesterday. But it works the other way as well. If you're 1% worse than you were yesterday, if you only do 99% today out of the 100 you did today, if you only do 99, it's a wedge, and it takes you away from where you're supposed to go. So I'm saying all that to say this. Today is Friday. On Tuesday, y'all know I've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and from 4 to about 5:20, I am meditating. I am visualizing. I am journaling. I'm doing my affirmations. I'm reading a book. I'm drinking water. I'm doing the things that I need to do to fill myself to make sure that I can give it to you guys. What I've not been doing is exercising. So today on this call, the title is Mindset, Soulset, what is it? Mindset, Souls. Hold on, I lost it. Y'all, sorry. It is still early in the morning. I'm not through my first coffee. So mindset, Heartset, that's it, Heartset. Mindset, Heartset, Soulset, Healthset. I've neglected my health for literally 14 years. Got up Tuesday, did 45 push-ups. I used to be able to knock out 100 push-ups in one sitting. I had to do 3 sets of 15. Anna Davis, I was embracing the suck. 3 sets of 15 push-ups. And y'all, I was sore. But I did push-ups Wednesday morning or Tuesday morning. I did push-ups Wednesday morning. I did push-ups yesterday morning. This morning, as a result of what I read, and it makes perfect sense, I got out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and I went for a walk, jog, walk. I walked, I ran, I walked, and I ran, and I walked. Embracing the suck, because it sucked, let me tell you. Doing things that suck until you get better. Learning to crawl, then learning to walk, then learning to run. But this morning at 4 o'clock when I got up, after I made coffee, so I'm working through this. So understand, you're going to work through your morning routine, and you're going to find what really, really works. You're going to find a system where it works, okay? Like this morning, I could have saved myself 10 minutes by making my coffee the night before, grinding my beans, setting it up for timer, and then bam, doing it, right? And so when I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the only thing I got to do is splash the cold water on my face, because I promise you, I don't want to get up at 4. I promise you, when my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning, I do not want to get up. The dude on this shoulder is saying, Aaron, just sleep 5 more minutes. Just sleep 5 more minutes. Bink, bink, bink. And that 5 more minutes turns into 5 o'clock. That 5 more minutes turns into 5:30. That 5 more minutes turns into me rushing, not being on a call, trying to get Jagger. You see what I'm saying? Then it gets the entire day off to a bad start. So you'll work through your morning routine, but I am going to implore you guys, have a morning routine before you get on this call. Come to this call with your eyes wide open, with your heart pumping, with your soul open, with your mind open for what you're going to hear. Because I don't know how. It's so funny. Christy says, what'd you talk about on the call yesterday? I have no clue. I don't have any idea. I have something that I want to share. I read something in a book, or I read something, I have something from last night. I just start talking. And it's just like, I just start talking. I have to go back and watch them to see what I said. But here's my point. This morning, I embraced the suck, y'all. I put on my shoes. I put on my shorts. I put on my running shirt. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it this morning. Because what the book said is true. If you get up first thing in the morning, don't look at technology, drink you a bottle of water, and do something active, it starts releasing serotonin and dopamine levels in your head. If you break a sweat first thing in the morning, you start to release the body's natural chemicals that set your day up for excellence. And the more you have the serotonin, the more you have the dopamine, the more, and these are all psychological facts. Go read them. They're all physiological facts. The more you release those hormones in your brain, your fear response decreases. And when your fear response decreases, your calmness increases. Your amygdala gets affected by the levels of serotonin and dopamine, and your amygdala, if you watch your amygdala is where your fear response is. If you watch The Water Boy, he tells you that it's your cerebellum, and that an alligator has a reduced cerebellum because they're mean and angry, not because they don't brush their teeth. But I digress. So I'm encouraging every one of you, okay? I'm starting. This is my life now. I'm getting up in the morning and I'm going to exercise. This morning, when I did my push-ups, I did 3 sets of 20. Still sucked. It still hurts. It's still not 100. I'm still embracing the suck. But now it's not 15. Now it's 20. And 3 sets of 20 equals 60, not 45. So I've increased my output just by a little, but I've increased my output. If every single day you increased your output, if every single day you made 3 more phone calls, and those 3 phone calls extra that you made for a week then turns into 4 phone calls the next week. And because you made 4 phone calls and you start building confidence, then you say, you know what? I think I can go knock on some doors. And you go knock on a couple of doors. And you knock on 2 doors the next week. And then the next week you make 6 calls, knock on 3 doors. Do you see what happens? The good starts to build on the good. Your confidence starts to build on the confidence. Your activity starts to build on the activity. And then all of a sudden, what starts to happen is your phone starts ringing. Hey, you came by my house and knocked on my door. Hey, you called me last week. I wanted to call you and let you know that my neighbor down the street's thinking about selling their house. I was so impressed by how hard you worked and about your conversation with me. I was so impressed. You felt like you were so genuine and authentic. This is what happens. This is a result. It's the little things done consistently over time that make significant and huge impacts. We had a great sales meeting yesterday in Tennessee, and I've got 2 really brand new agents. Happy birthday, Jennifer Kramer. And 1 agent who was with Parks, who had she's had her license for a while. Some of you have met Tatum. She came to Nashville to come to Ambassador. So some of you got a chance to meet Tatum. But I was talking about, look, and I gave them, y'all want to try this? I would challenge you to try this. Here's the exercise that I gave them. And it's just walking. It's getting out the front door and going, I don't even know how far I walked, but walking and then running a little bit and making it more uncomfortable. And then walking a little bit when you're breathing hard. And then come back and running a little bit because you don't want to quit and you don't want to be you know what? It rhymes with stitch and itch, but you don't want to be that, right? So it's hard for me to tell Jagger to stop being one if I'm being one. So I gave them a challenge, and I'll challenge you the same way. I'm going to challenge each one of you the same way, because I promise you can manufacture deals. Vanessa Self, Brooke Watkins, some of you who are Melanie, some of you who are sitting here, Teal, and waiting for business to start. You're waiting for your business to really start to gain some momentum. I'm going to give you an exercise right now that I gave to Amanda Irvin and Jennifer Kramer yesterday that I believe will create a deal for you in 30 days. I really, truly believe it's going to create a deal for you in 30 days. And here it is. You pick up your telephone. I can't show you my phone because my phone's my camera, but you pick up your phone. You start scrolling through your contacts. Okay? You have your Boomtown open on your computer. So your Boomtown's open. You start scrolling through your phone, and you're looking for 20 names that stand out to you. So when you scroll through your phone, you see a name and it stands out to you. You click that name. You go to your Boomtown. You enter them in as the lead. Their name and their phone number. And you keep scrolling. Go to the next one. You do that 20 times. Once you have 20 names and 20 phone numbers in your Boomtown, okay, then your job is to start calling those 20 people and say, hey, Jim, this is Aaron Dwyer. I haven't talked to you in a long time, or I talked to you last week, or hey, it was good seeing you last week. Hey, it was good seeing you guys at church. How's your wife? How's your daughter? Whatever you want to say based on where they are. I'm updating my system to make sure I have I've got my records straight and everything's good to go. I'd like to send you guys I'm getting this habit of sending people handwritten cards. I'd love to send you guys a handwritten card, just tell you what you mean to me, send you a card, send you something special in the mail. Can I get your home address? You get 20 home addresses. You enter those into your Boomtown. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get a pack of cards and you're going to write a handwritten card to those 20 people. And on that handwritten card, you're going to write whatever is applicable to that person. Hey, I'm so happy your wife is in remission. Hey, I'm so happy that your son got accepted into the University of Georgia. Hey, your daughter looks like she's doing so well. This is so great. I'm so happy for you guys. Here are 3 cards. I'm going to put these 3 cards in this. You're going to take 3 of your business cards. You're going to put them in that envelope. Here are 3 cards. One's for you, because I don't know if you knew I was in real estate. Here are 3 cards for you if you ever have a real estate need. Whatever you want to say, whatever's applicable to that situation, you put 3 cards in that card. The other 2 cards are for your neighbors, for a friend, for somebody that may need some help from me in the future. You put those 3 cards in that little card that you've handwritten, that note. You slide that handwritten card into an envelope. You lick it, you seal it, you stamp it, you put their address on it, and you stick them in the mail. 20 of them. So you're going to send out 60 business cards. And you're going to do 20 of those. And then in your boomtown, you're going to do a to-do. Typically, the mail, wherever you live, is going to take 3 to 5 days to deliver those, depending on where they are. And you may have some people that are out of state now, and that's perfectly fine. You can refer that business to an exit agent up there. But in your boomtown, all 20 of those names are going to have a to-do in 3 to 5 days. And in that to-do, on 3 to 5 days, it's going to say, call Jim. And your conversation with Jim is going to be like this. Hey, Jim, it's Aaron Dwyer. I just wanted to call him and just see if y'all got my card in the mail. And Jim's response is going to be, you know what, man, I really, really appreciate that. Nobody ever writes handwritten cards anymore. That is so super cool. And I appreciate your business cards. And I make sure I give that to somebody. I'll make sure I'll keep that in mind if I ever have something to do in real estate. Or I'll keep that in mind, or I'll give that to somebody. Or the conversation may be this. I'm so happy you sent me that card. It's so funny that you sent me those business cards, because my across the street neighbor, I talked to him this weekend. I was washing my car, and he said he may sell his house. I'm going to take one of your cards across the street to him this afternoon. Jim, that's awesome. What's your neighbor's name? Can I get his home address? Sure, he lives across the street from me. His is 123 Main Street. If you do that, I promise you, you will get a deal in 30 days. You'll get a deal in 30 days. I promise you. You might get more than one. That right there is not any different than me walking out the front door, putting on my running shoes, putting on my walking shoes, putting on my go-get-em shoes, getting my go-get-em attitude, and walking out that front door and going and doing it. That's all that is. You just got to go do it. It's so simple. It's so easy. For those of you who've done Buffini in the past, y'all got cards sitting there doing nothing. If you need cards, go to the Greensboro office. Go to the Greensboro office, go to that little reception area, open those 2 cabinets in the reception area, and there are hundreds of cards in that office. Hundreds. Grab you a handful of them, okay? Send those cards out. Now, I don't usually do tactical stuff on this call, but I did that to do this. Mindset, Heartset, Soulset, Healthset. This book calls them your 4 inner empires. This book calls them, these are the 4 things inside of you that you've got to pay attention to. You've got to work at. You've got to tend to. You've got to do the things necessary to ensure that you are well-rounded. Coach Bird talks about that. He says it a little bit differently. Great job, Melanie. Melanie says she sends $5 Dunkin' Donut gift cards to everybody that registers on her boomtown. That is awesome. Good. That's a good plan. Good plan. And again, I want to give you that tactical exercise, and I'm going to start teaching that to new agents, getting them started, because I think it's absolutely fantastic and it helps get you going in the right direction. Because again, I don't feel like getting up out of the bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Coach Bird talks about, I don't act my way into feeling. I don't feel my way into acting. I act my way into feeling. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like going outside. I don't feel like running. I don't feel like doing all those things. When it's going to rain and it starts getting colder, I'm not going to feel like going out there in the cold rain and snow, or maybe I will. Because what I'm finding, what I've determined, what I'm figuring out is the more I challenge myself, the more I overcome the challenges, the more I embrace the suck, the more I do the things that this dude over here doesn't want me to do, the better I freaking feel. The more the champion starts to come out, the more the champion starts to rise up, the more I start to connect to my inner self, the more I start to connect to that person that God created that said I could overcome anything, that I can do all things through him. The more I do the things I don't want to do, the more I embrace the suck, the more I climb, the more I dig, the more I do, the more connected I become to who God created me to be. the better I am for my kids, the better I am for my wife, the better I am for you guys, the better I am for outside in the world, the better I am for me. When I look at myself in the mirror, I can say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. How many of you can look in the mirror every single day, at the end of the day, say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting up off the mat. I'm proud of you for fighting through that. I'm proud of you. I want you to get that place in your life. I want you to get in that place in your life where you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. Get more, do more, be more. I'm proud of you. Because I'm telling you right now, Melanie, Teal, Brooke, Millie, Anna, Michelle, Vanessa, Bailey, the world needs more of you. The world needs the best version of you. Your mindset's got to be strong. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Do the things. Put the things in your mind. The Bible talks about the eyes are the doorway to your heart. Your ears are the doorway to your mind. What you fill your head with is how you're going to live your life. If you're filling your head, good morning, Carrie. Carrie Leland, the world needs more of you. If you're filling your head with self-doubt, if you're filling your head with self-loathing, if you're filling your head with looking in the mirror and saying, you suck at this, you should do something else, that's this little dude that's filling your head. Tell him to shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Get your mind right. Fill your mind with books. Fill your mind with Bible. Fill your mind with good things. Fill your mind with motivation. Fill your mind with information that's going to benefit you. It's going to help you be the best version of you. I'll have you know, Anna, that Cooper is not the instigator, and Cleo and Ozzy do not get a bad rap. Cleo and Ozzy are absolute spawns. Cleo, not so much Ozzy, but Cleo especially. All Cooper's doing is playing. That's all he's doing. He's just playing. But I digress. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. Okay? Get your heart right. Something I read this morning, and you lose the value of how powerful this is when you don't do it. Okay? I lose the value of how powerful exercise is when I don't do it. In your Heartset, okay? In your Heartset, you got to make peace with your past. Some of us live in our past. Some of us live in the bad things that have happened to us. Some of us live at about 50% capacity, 60% capacity, 70% capacity in our Heartsets because we've not made peace with our past. We've not made peace with the fact that we had crappy parents. We've not made peace that we had a shitty divorce. We've not made peace with the person that's doing this or doing that. So, and sorry, I didn't mean to say that word. Sorry, Violet, love you. Crappy divorces. Some of you have got to make peace with your past. You can't change your past. I can't change what I did yesterday. I can't change what I did 3 minutes. I can't take back that word I just said. You got to make peace with that. You got to go let it go where it's going to go. You got to go let that be what it's going to go be. Because it's already done. All the past has done is get you to where you are. That's all the past has done. My past has gotten me to where I am right now. It has made me the version of me that I am right now. It has provided the little steel wire that create the screen and the filter that I view the world through. That's all the past is. I've had bad stuff happen to me. I've seen awful things happen. I've seen things that no human being ought to ever see. But I've seen them. I experienced the emotion. You got to process that stuff. Lynn Grizzle, Making Peace with Your Past. She's got a healing course that she will help you get that out of your system. Erica Nasby, one of our corporate trainers, you can pay her. Bill Tilson, I've been to her. Okay. I've sat and I've been to healing classes before, man. Some of them freak me that I'm telling you what, one day, one of y'all asked me, Lynn, you and I need to talk about this story that my healing story one day. One of the most surreal experiences I've ever experienced in my life. Erica Nasby offers a class like that to help you process some of that. Michelle Tilson can testify, and if you guys want to have a get some feedback or some confirmation of that, talk to Michelle. I'm not sure what is going on with my Wi-Fi in this house. Y'all, I am not sure what just happened right there. I must be getting close to something really fantastic because I just got sniped. So I'm not sure what happened there. I'm so sorry. And I only have a couple of minutes left, so my apologies. So is everybody still there? Can everybody hear me? Are we still on? I'm not sure what happened. Everybody, hello, 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 hello. Are we good? Okay. I honestly I have no idea what happened. I mean, I just had to go to my camera on my computer. Because I got sniped from somewhere, so I must be getting close to something super, super cool. And I don't know. I've got to try to figure out where that was. Let me say this, and I'll leave this right here. And I think it's right. This is a good spot to end on. Because I promised Jagger. Yeah, he was late yesterday because I didn't get done. I kept talking after I said I was going to stop. I need to stop about right now. So let me say this: we're going to keep talking about mindset. Okay, we're going to talk about belief system. We're going to talk about all the things that you can create. I didn't make your lunch last night, so you got to make your lunch. Sorry, or I'll make it. I'm almost done. I'm going to hang up. He's mad at me because I didn't make his lunch last night. Whoops. I promise I'll do it. Get your water. Go your backpack put together, please. Um, Let me say this: we're going to continue to talk about mindset the entire time your days are really late country because it's that important. We're going to talk about your belief systems all the time at Exit Realty Lake Country because it's that important. I can give you all the tactical knowledge. I can tell you how to go build look at that camera, you're on this camera. I can tell you how to build a real estate business. I can tell you how to go do the things that you should do to be successful in this business. I can tell you how to do all those things, but all of those things will fall short if you don't believe they're possible. If you don't believe that you going through those things are possible for you to be successful, then it's not going to matter what I tell you what to do. Because you can leave Exit Realty Lake Country and go to Keller Williams. You can go to Parks. You can go to Weichert. You can go to Coldwell Banker. You can go to EXP, Remax. I don't care where you go. If your belief system's not right, I don't care what they tell you how to do or what they tell you to do or how they tell you to do it. It's not going to work. So we're always going to talk about that. Your soul set. This is something that I want you to start really digging into. I want you to really start digging into your spirituality, your connection to God, your connection to your desires and your dreams that are God inspired, your connection with and your attention to your relationship with God, your attention to the status, the piece of you, your soul that lives forever. Because when this thing goes away, when Aaron Dwyer stops existing on this planet and my flesh and my body are no more, my soul continues to live. And if I believe what the Bible's true, and that when I get to heaven, when I get to that spot, when I get to that place, I want God, I want my creator, I want to be told, well done, well done, well done. Healthset, I promise you, Tuesday, I flicked the rock off the hill. I flicked the pebble off the top of the mountain, and it started to roll. I embraced the suck. I've embraced the suck for 4 days. I've embraced the suck now for 2 weeks getting up early. Y'all see what's happening? I started getting up early when I didn't want to get up early. I'm getting up super, super early to take care of that. And this thing's evolving into other pieces and other parts. As I continue to get up early, as I continue to beat these things back, as I continue to dominate my brain, and I continue to dominate this little dude over here, he gets smaller and smaller and smaller. As I continue to embrace the suck, doing the things that I don't want to do, doing the things that I'm not very good at, guys, application is where the power is. You can have rooms full of knowledge. And if you don't apply that knowledge, it is useless. It is potentiality. It is unused activity. It's unrealized genius. You've got to apply the knowledge. You got to do the work. I gave you guys a tactic right now to get at least one transaction done in the next 30 days. And you'll either do it or you won't. And if you don't do it, it's okay. If you do it, it's okay. But I hear people say, and I've heard people say, they don't ever teach us anything. They don't ever do this or they don't ever do that. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to pour into every single person that comes into my life. I'm going to pour into my kids. I'm going to pour into my agents. I'm going to pour into my wife. I'm going to pour into my stepkids. I'm going to pour into my grandkids. I'm going to pour into the dude that'll give me the time that mows my grass. If you've been put in my life and you've been put in my life to give me some time and give me some of your energy and give me some of your attention, I'm going to pour this into your life because that's why I was created. I was created to help other people be better, feel safer, live better lives. I did it with a gun and a badge for 13 years. It was misdirected or not misdirected because I had to go do that to be here. I had to go do that to learn those lessons to be here. But I did it with force previously, and now I'm doing it with love. Such a cool thing. I did it with force and intimidation and strength. and authority before. Now I get to do it with love. Such a cooler way to do it. I love y'all. I love y'all. Christy loves y'all. It is 9:21. I'm gonna get off here because I said we'd be done by 6:15, 7:15 your time, I guess. So that way we're not late today. I can't wait to see where this goes. Y'all, get other people on this call. Share this thing from YouTube. Get on YouTube, Exit Realty Lake Country, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Start getting our viewership up. Start getting out there and sending those to people. Okay. So get on Exit Realty Lake Country on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, be a subscriber, and share some of these videos. If you know somebody, heck, what a great idea. If you want to sponsor an agent, what a fantastic idea. Not that we're so smart or special, but I promise you, every now and again, we say some cool stuff. Every now and again, we say some cool stuff. Would it not be really, really cool? Because you talk about the culture of this company, you talk about how different we are, you talk about all this other stuff. Why don't you share a video from our YouTube page with an agent that you're trying to sponsor? Because I promise you, their broker ain't doing this. Their broker's not trying to pour life and love into them. Might be, but I doubt it. I know this business, and all they care about is numbers, or they don't care about numbers. So if you got somebody you want to sponsor, and you want to talk about this culture, and you want to talk about the things that we do, y'all, share those YouTube videos. Get people in the Exit Realty Lake Country Nation so they can jump over here and watch in the morning. Okay? Love y'all. Thank you, Bailey. You have a great day as well. Be good. Be great. Be you. Bye, y'all. Love you.